And okay, awesome. So I'm Laurel Eastman from Montana Citizens Climate Lobby, and now we are going to learn about how to work with social media marketing and make graphics in Canva. Today, we're going to feature the graphics for endorsers. So thank you for your interest, and I've got Shirley with me. She's one of the Missoula chapter members, and her husband Dave Atkins is the co-leader there in Missoula, Montana. So thank you, Shirley, for making this real and live. And are you excited and ready to dive in?
I am ready.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is find out what graphics do we need to make. And so the people who are working on the grass tops, getting the prominent individuals and businesses to endorse, when they get an endorsement, ideally they're going to put it in a spreadsheet, which is going to be inside of the Google Drive. And so we're going to just look up social media. So with Google Drive, it's always good to use the search function. And then here is the document, which is Action List Montana Social Media. So we'll just click through to that, opens in a new tab. And then one other smart thing that you could do, and it looks like I've already done it, is to just bookmark this tab if you're going to be doing this work often. So you can see I have the Action List Montana Social Media. It's in the CCL folder, and that's good.
And where did you bookmark that tab?
It's in my browser. So whatever web browser you use. For example, I'm using the browser that's Brave browser. But you might.
I didn't know if it was something within Google Docs or something in your browser. So
it's in the browser. I mean, the other thing you could do inside Google Docs is, so if I just do like social media and then I hit enter, then you're going to see all the documents that have social media either in the folder name or in the document or spreadsheet name, or even could be in the text. So there's tons of social media stuff here, and this is all mixed together. These are things from CCL. These are things from my other business, because I'm logged in here with my personal Google account where I work on a few different projects at one time. Most of it is CCL, which is kind of fun. So the reason I'm telling you that is because you could, in Google Drive, add to star.
Okay.
I never do that. But then over here on Google Drive, if you look at your starred folders or your starred files, there's a few things that are starred.
Right.
As you can see, most of them are pretty old. I haven't been using the starred.
Okay.
Okay, so here is the spreadsheet that we will use to do the work of figuring out what social media things we're going to post. And many of these things will include making graphics. And so we started this back in February, March of this year. And basically, mostly Robin, but then hopefully more other people in Montana are going to be working on this. So we're just going to, and we're behind. So we have a lot of catch up to do, although it seems like these ones are done. So the endorsement of these ones, like she had put up the request to make them, but I know that they're done. And then you can see here's the link to another Google folder. Let's just click through on that just to see what it is. Okay, so here are the completed graphics. So these are kind of interesting to look at, to just give an overview of like what we're making here. So when endorsers endorse the Energy Innovation and Carbon Dividend Act, we grab their logo and then we put it into this template using a technology called Canva, which we're going to show you how to use today. So there's one, and then you can see here they're labeled either Instagram or Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That's just because in Instagram it's really square. And then you can see she has the photos in the background. But what we realized was that we don't need to do 2 graphics. We can just use the Instagram template, and that works just fine for Facebook.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, the opposite is not true. If we use the Facebook graphic, it would not look good on Instagram. And Instagram is as you know, visually finicky, let's just call it. So that's exciting. This is a new one. Okay, but normally we would go here and then we would say like, and then I don't know if I need to make my screen bigger. What do I need to do? Here we can see it just keeps going. These three columns, E, F, and G, are of the company or of the media company that published something for us. So here you can see, like, I put in my friend who endorsed down in Bozeman, her company, her Facebook page and her Instagram page. And then here's where you would put, like, you know, Shirley will post, or Connie will post, or Annabelle will post, and then the date that you're posted. And then because you're going to do it to both Facebook and Instagram, you'll do the same there. And then usually at the moment, it's basically just me posting to Twitter.
Okay.
So then I would come in, or we could get, you know, you set up on Twitter one day once you're rocking already on this part. We can add that in pretty quickly. Twitter's kind of fun. And so if we go back, I froze that column. All right. So a lot of what we have above this is like the letters to the editors and the op-eds. And so I'm going to skip over that today because we don't really use Canva for those. It's really for the endorsement thank yous that we're going to use Canva.
Right. So
I've got an endorsement thank you that I'm going to enter in here, endorsement thank you, and that is going to be for Scentsy swimwear. And this is one of my friends who I got to endorse, and I'm going to put my name, and then I don't really know. I'm just going to put 8. She did it a while ago. I'm delayed on doing this. Okay. And then now the question is, where do we get her logo and her photos from? So basically what I've been doing, and we could ask Robin what she's been doing, is we just look for like their company on the internet.
Right.
You know, so I just go like, and what I did, and I'll just show you really quickly, is I just went to Instagram, and I just found her Instagram page. Oh, my internet is failing me. Come on, island internet. And if we go Scentsy, and then here she is. So this is her personal Instagram, and this is her company Instagram.
Okay.
And I'm choosing to go to her Instagram to find an image because Instagram is so much about visual. I know I'll find like a good background image here. And so then I'll just find one, for example, like here's one. Looks pretty cool. Oh wait, that's a video. Can't use that. Let's just find, okay, here's a nice one. All right. And then once I found an image where I think like this could be a cool background,
yeah,
I'm going to screenshot it. Have you done that before, Shirley?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. So we're going to screenshot it. I'm just going to cut off this little person down at the bottom there so you can see where I'm sort of not going to include that part. I'm going to bring it up and make sure my borders are good. Screenshot. Okay, cool. And then I have her logo already.
But we can find that by going to her homepage anyway, right?
We could screenshot it from there. She endorsed through the Water Sports Declaration, part of the BCL, the Outdoor Industry Action Team.
Okay.
And so I have it from that, and I've already actually got it stored. So we should be ready to go. And then we're going to go to Canva. And there's a couple of ways to get there. I think I probably have it in my CCL
folder, but show me how to do it because I don't have it that way.
Exactly. So there it is, Canva CCL community. So what I would do, I mean, you let's go to CCL community. And this is a little bit of a clunky way to get there. Again, it'd be good to make the bookmark. So I'm going to just use the search tool. Searching is always good. And I'm going to go Canva, and then it's going to say Canva templates. And then wait, what's this? I kind of get irritated with community search because it cuts off the results so much, but we'll just do that one. Okay, search. And then here we go, graphic design templates in Canva.
All right.
And then we can click through graphic design platform, Instagram posts.
Okay.
So that's basically what we're going to use mostly.
Right. Because it's got the format that fits both.
Yeah, exactly. But then while we're here, we might as well just snoop around because this is kind of cool. Look at the preview of some of the design templates. Because before we started recording, Shirley, you were talking about how variety is really important to keep the content relevant and interesting and drive engagement on the platforms. And so if we look at and I'll just open this one in a new tab, we can go in and steal, and by steal, I mean just use freely because they're made just for us.
Right.
Any post from the thought leaders, and it's already done. Okay, so then you're going to want to log in, and I want to make sure that I'm logging in with my right account. I really like the LastPass as a password manager. Side note, I could do a whole class on that. Log in. And so now we're in Canva. This is a website. It's actually a kiteboarding woman who's the CEO, which is kind of cool. So here we go. This is the copy of Instagram Thought Leader template version 1. So here we go. Mitt Romney. Any of these we could use. I mean, these are, in my opinion, a little boring for our Instagram, but we could throw them in every once in a while. They're not as, these ones with the people in the background look a little more visually interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Instagram posts. So we'll just click through on that. And again, that just brings us straight to Canva. And then we're going to use this template. And as I shared with you before we started recording again, is I'm not super good at this. So if I screw up, we'll just keep pushing through.
Okay, we'll just move on.
Exactly. So page 1, welcome. So all this over here, we can basically ignore for now, because this is from Canva, not to do with CCL. But this window here is the welcome. Okay, we can read that. We can see our branding. So here we have our colors, our little logos, and we can copy these and drag them around and move them and stuff. More of the branding, if we wanted to use a headline. And then here we go, online meeting, different online meeting.
Yeah, see these online meeting templates?
Yep.
That's the thing that I was saying that I see all the time. And so I'm not sure they attract the attention you'd like.
No, I'm sure they don't.
Everybody uses the same monthly chapter meeting template there. So I've tended to just find a picture of Missoula from my own camera for a background, and then I just put a text box on it that has the meeting details. I mean, yeah. I can see that this looks more professional.
Exactly. Let's just take a side note while we're here. Or actually, should we just stay focused? Every time I open Facebook, I'm afraid that I'm getting too distracted. Let's just look really quickly at what I saw what you made, and it looked really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Here you are. Here's what you made.
Right. So, I mean, I'm just
yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of chapters use the exact same blue, green, white banner.
And we do that on purpose, Shirley, for the branding, because we want to use, so for the background photo is amazing. The content of what you wrote is super amazing. you could have made it a little bit more professional looking by dropping in something from the branding kit here.
Right, like one of the climate lobby logos.
Yeah, exactly. You could have popped that in the corner, or, and again, you could do different things, different times. You know, one month you could use this one, then the next month you could use that one, then you could use that one the third month.
Now to pop those in though, I would need to be on Canva.
Correct.
Okay.
You could do it through whatever design. I don't know what you used to design this, what program you used.
Yeah, it wasn't a, I just put a photo on a on my pages, you know, my,
Pages. Mhm.
and then I just put a text box over it, and then I did a screen capture to cut the whole thing down to size.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, which is, I mean, that totally works. But let's just see. Let's see.
But we're going through this. Let's not waste a lot of other people's time with that. We're
Yeah.
going through this. I'll learn how to make these look more individual. I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah. So we're not going to do, we'll skip the chapter for now. You're right. We're getting a little, we want to go to the thank you. Where is the thank you?
Okay,
It's coming. It's coming. Here we go.
all right.
This is a thank you for the lobby meeting. Here's a thank you for co-sponsoring one day. Come on, John Tester.
Yeah.
And then here's the thank you for endorsements. So this is the 28th option of, and then there's this one. And then that's nice. I mean, we could use that one day on our Instagram or our Facebook. Okay, let's use this one. So let's duplicate page. That way we're working on a new one. I don't know why we do that. It probably doesn't matter if we do that or not. And then I think what I can do is just find the photo that we made and drag it in. So I don't know if you can you see my desktop, about how I like went to my desktop and found the screenshot photo?
No, but that's okay.
Yeah, you get the idea. So you go to your desktop, I just drag this in and let's see what happens. So it's saying drop to upload your file. So let's drop it. Okay, so there it is. And there she is. Amazing.
And they just automatically slide it behind all your.
Well, I mean, they should.
It's still behind it. It looks like, yeah, text would be behind it.
The text is behind it, but
I mean, in front of it. The picture goes behind.
Yeah, but what about this photo? So we'll just delete that. And then we can move it around. And then we're going to say here the text, Sensi Swim Wear, I think is the name of her company. But that text is not good black. So we can highlight it, come up to the text color. Here's the document colors. So these are the CCL colors. I mean, probably white. And then if we click out, I mean, that looks pretty bad in my opinion. Let me see. I have in a folder already saved her logo. And then I have a different background photo. I think the other background photo might be better. I'm going to delete that one. And then I'm going to drag in the new one. It's a little less busy. And she's flying in the air like an amazing person who does amazing things, which she is. And so I'm playing with the size. I'm moving there.
The banner at the bottom does not overlap the photo. When you drag the photo down, it covers it up.
Exactly. It's a separate element.
Yeah.
And then I can't really, well, can I? Oh yeah, look at that. Haha, sideways, making it big. I like it. I like it. Moving it around, moving it around. And then I could move this. Let's see if we can get her logo in there. If it's not too busy.
Fancy swimwear larger. Can we?
Oh yeah.
Font size there?
Yeah, but you know what we can do even better than that? Check this out. What? Delete that. And put this. Let's see, maybe we can make this a little bigger. So we're just.
Yeah, just fitzing around with it to get it.
Exactly. Oops. I grabbed the wrong element. So I'm just grabbing different elements. Oh, here we go.
It's interesting that the thank you slides in front, but not the red and blue banner at the bottom.
Yeah, because it's text maybe versus this is like a separate type of. I mean, to me, that looks good enough. What would you say?
I mean, it's okay. I think it would be better if the background, if the photo weren't cutting the background off from the top, the framing is kind of gone. Could we just make Scentsy Graves swim a little bit smaller so that you don't have to just, not that much smaller, but yeah, something like that. There you go.
That's better.
A swim is more visible too, because
Exactly.
we couldn't see it. Now we're a little off center.
With which part? Here.
Your gray frame on the left is larger than your gray frame on the right.
Oops. So I can.
That's better.
That's better. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We're done. I don't know. We should have timed it. That was pretty quick, I think.
Yeah. Well, it helped that you already had the logo and stuff in your files, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I had just done that beforehand. Exactly. So.
So it's good to, now you found her logo.
She uploaded it. So when people endorse through the Water Sports Declaration, they upload their logo.
Right.
But if they don't have it uploaded, then you could either find it on their website or ask them for it, just like send them a quick email and say, hey, I need the logo. But ideally, the person who does the grass tops would do that.
Right. So if you don't have an uploaded logo like that, you're likely to get a logo that has like a white background framing.
Yeah. Which
they're not always just the words that'll slide over a photo.
Yeah, you might be able to make it work. I mean, let's have a look at the different ones that we've made. So I'm going to just navigate over to our Montana CCL Instagram and go to our profile. So here's our Instagram. I don't know if you've ever even seen our Instagram. You said you're not really on Instagram.
I'm not really on it.
Okay. So here is our Instagram. And so this is the one that I did here. And so that's slightly different because it's got the thank you with a blue background.
Uh-huh.
And then the logo is in the middle, and then just the background of like the ocean and the kiteboarding.
So how did you get that background behind the whole thing? You chose a different template?
No, I bet if we played around with it more, we could do that here.
Yeah, what I'm seeing was that when you tried sliding your photo down, it covered up energy innovation.
Let's do this.
Yeah, see, it covers it up.
Let's try to copy.
Oh, you took it off of somewhere else?
I mean, I didn't do that last time, but I mean, it is possible. Okay. There's also maybe something we can do with
layers if we can tell it to
exactly. Send back. No, this one.
You want the
send
one below.
Back. There we go. Send it back.
Okay.
So there we go. But I think, well, let's look back, and because again, your comment of making it visually different, I think is important. So here's one that I did that was just the gray background.
Mm-hmm.
So there's different things you can do here. Like, although they all say thank you, gosh, we're just smashing it with endorsements. Good job, Montana.
Yeah.
I I think ours looks different enough today that
Yeah.
we could just go with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're on page 30. Let's download. We're not going to download a video. I mean, that's just insane. I don't know why they recommend that. Let's do a high quality image. And we're not going to do all pages. We're going to select pages. And we're just going to do page 30.
Okay.
And then we're going to download. We could save download settings. Oh, well, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so now you can see it's downloading. Downloading. Success. Great. Thank you. Working. Here we go. So we're going to save it as
Fancy or
yeah, exactly. Sensi, thank you. Onto the desktop PNG image, and we are going to save. Boom. There it goes, downloaded, and I can see it there. So I can X out of that. Yay, congratulations to us. Okay. Now, before we post it, just so we don't forget, let's go back to our, I kept open our folder inside of our Montana. So this one is CCL graphics, images and videos. I don't know what that is. I'm afraid if I, wait, what is it? Oh, show path. That's what I wanted. Show path. So Montana CCL media folder, social media, images and videos, CCL graphics.
okay.
That's why we use the search function. Because if we try to like navigate by going through folders, we'll never get there. Right. All right, so I'm just going to grab the image from my desktop, and then you can drop it and instantly upload to CCL graphics, and it's named okay, and it'll just upload it, and then it'll be there for us. And that's just for prosperity's sake. Because really, when we go to upload it from to that, what we're going to do is use it, and we're going to use it here. Are you ready?
Or were you going to do it some business thing so that it goes to book?
Exactly. You're paying attention. Okay. So here we are on facebook.com/Citizens Climate Montana.
Okay.
Awesome. And we're going to go down past all this other blah, blah, blah. And then normally when you do it, Shirley, you're just putting create a post in Facebook.
Yeah.
Right above that is you're going to go to the business suite.
Okay.
And if you want, go ahead and open Facebook while I'm doing this, and just make sure that you have permission and you have that same thing to navigate to the business suite on your web browser.
Okay. I don't know if it's my internet or if it's Facebook, but something has not been nearly as responsive as it used to be. It just, I have to refresh many times before it actually does it. I have to, yeah, I don't have a business suite. I have just create post.
Okay, so that will not work. Then I have to go to settings and give you a page role, I think. And again, you'll have to, excuse me. Let's see here. Home activity, inbox posts and stories. I'm not super fluent in pages management. Here we go. Do you see audiences, billings, page settings, perhaps? I think is probably going to be where we're going to find we're looking for page roles. Here we go, page roles. And it's odd that you don't have, so the page owner, and then the page roles, they're the admins. And then here we are, all the editors. You're an editor. Huh. That's really weird.
Maybe only admins get that. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, let's just make you an admin.
Isn't there like a limited number you can do? I don't know.
Yeah. Save. Password. Again, I use my password manager, LastPass, so I don't have to remember any passwords. Okay, so now you may have to accept on your end the admin role.
Oh, I'm going to go back to Facebook.
It might be like a little notification. Do you ever check your notifications on Facebook?
Laura Leeson made you an admin. I see that.
Okay, so do you have to accept? Maybe click on that. I wonder if we should switch screen sharings, if you should share your screen.
Let's see. I clicked on the thing. It didn't tell me I had to accept anything.
Why don't you share your screen? I think I have to give you permission.
Host disabled participant screen sharing. Yeah.
All participants. I think that you should be able to do it now.
Oh. Open system preferences.
Haha, the old open system preferences notification, just what you want to see when you're doing a training. Sorry, anyone who's listening to this. This is just part of the normal issues that we have with dealing with all this technology.
Let's see.
I'm going to pause the recording, Shirley.
Yep.
Okay, and we are back to learn now how to use, once you have the permission, the business suite of Facebook, which is a professional publishing back end of the Facebook platform, which I highly recommend. And so you can see the interface looks slightly different than what you may have been used to before when you didn't have the business suite access. And so to do a post, you're going to basically create post in Business Suite instead of in Facebook. So that's going to click through and bring you to a page that looks like this. And there's a lot of things to get you distracted here, but we're just going to go straight to create post. And then if we have time, we'll come back to them, because it's interesting to see like all the metrics and stuff. Okay, so new post placements is the first thing we were going to want to work for, because we're going to, the advantage of using the business suite is we're going to be able to, from Facebook, also post to Instagram. So you select the Instagram, there's a little Instagram logo there and our Instagram name. And then we're going to first thing add, well, I guess it's second thing officially, add the logo, which is, or the photo, excuse me. In this case is the Sensi Graves. Thank you. And then you can see over on this pane, there's 3 panes that we're going to mostly be working with. On the very right-hand pane, we're going to always see the preview of how it's going to look on the desktop news feed. And I'm wondering if it's just because well, it looks okay. I mean, it's fine. Facebook. Okay. And then on Instagram, hey, it looks pretty good. I'm just saying that because I made it. There's this thing called the IKEA effect where you make something and you like it. That's why. Okay, so now we have to write something. And in this case, we're just going to do a very quick thank you. Oh, and we're on Instagram over here. So that's why I think we're going to try to tag her. Oh yeah, here we go. We can tag her on Facebook. Endorsing, and we should spell things right, endorsing the energy innovation and carbon dividend act. Your leadership for climate solutions matters. Is that right? No, that's not right. Not your, like that. Your leadership for climate solutions matters. Hashtag price on pollution. This is my favorite hashtag. I like it more than the price on carbon, although I do put a lot of times price on carbon. I like price on pollution because it's more relatable to conservatives. Right. And so I think that's really worthwhile. And then see how this like messed up here. It's like hashtag P, like that's not right. So we'll just delete that. Hashtag price on pollution, hashtag, and then how about climate change solutions? Is that one? Climate change solutions. And then we're just going to keep it simple.
Yeah.
That looks good. That's what it's going to look like on Instagram. This is, click back over here. And you can customize the text. So only in your Facebook post. That looks really good.
Yep.
We've tagged her. So now we're looking good. We're feeling good. We are going to publish. Just take a few minutes. And sometimes Facebook, like you were mentioning, gets a little clunky or buggy, let's call it. So I've had pretty good luck with making these kind of posts. And then here we go. We can see it's the recent posts. Wait a second. I just wrote the same thing. Oh no, these are, I'm sorry. I got confused. This is Facebook. This is Instagram.
Right.
And then just while we're here really quickly, we can see our recent posts. And then we can see the difference. Like I posted this yesterday, I guess, to Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, look at the difference in the numbers.
I was gonna say, but you said it first. So here we're looking really quickly at the reach and the engagement. And I don't know. Okay, here we go. So I don't know why this post has no, you made a post with no text and you only posted it to Facebook. So you did 19 people reached, which is about the same that I did on my post that I did the 2 days later. Which, I mean, in your defense, like this was kind of a big deal, like that the US News and World Report. So this is not apples to orange comparison of engagement. You know, like this was really exciting where you're like, oh, monthly meeting.
Yeah, I'm not even honestly sure if any of my chapter members are on Facebook. Whenever I ask them, most of them say, well, I have an account, but I never use it or I never look. So
yeah,
I post there because they've asked me to post there, but I don't think anybody in our chapter uses that to find out when the meetings are.
No, it would be more for, it's a public facing advertisement. So, you know, like
we're active.
Exactly. It's recruitment. It's recruitment for wider audience. So for non-CCLers, they're going to be able to find us there. So that's why normally I would say, just if you wanted to improve your meeting posts, do a text that says like, join us, your voice matters. But let's just see if we can find another one that I've done.
Do you think it's important to put a separate text with it, even though the text was on the image?
I do. A call to action, inviting people, you know, so that they realize like this is something for them.
You don't think that that text in the image does the same thing as having? It was in the image is where that text was.
Yeah. Well, let's go back over to
Somebody else somehow sees the text without seeing the image. Like they decide whether they're going to look at the image based on a text that they can see without it. I'm not sure.
Well, like, so here's, I've just navigated to Facebook. So I've just opened Facebook and I see a lot of blah, blah, blah. But here's what I just did. Facebook is showing me my post. And so you can see, I mean, my post, surely it is our post, teamwork, hashtag dream team. And so you can see that even though that I've said the same thing in the text of the post, as I've said in the actual, the graphic, I've repeated myself. I think it's worth it and it looks good to have a text there.
Okay.
And in fact, if we wanted to make it better, what we could do is edit the post right now because we're sort of brainstorming as we're going. And then we can edit the post and say, who's next? Are you passionate about helping climate change solutions move forward? If you are a business owner, or if you are a business owner, please send us a PM here on Facebook to find out how to use your voice to influence change and make the world a better place. So this is a call to action.
Yeah.
And calls to action are valuable because it gives people something that they can take.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And so we can save that. So once you've made the post, you can always go back and edit it. But no matter what you do, whenever you post, you always want to check how it looks. You don't just post and walk away.
Right.
You want to go in and see, does this look okay? Did I totally mess up something?
Okay, so here's a thought. When you just looked at, like, let me quickly go to my Facebook page.
Sure. I'll scroll mine just so we can see.
Where is it? Uh-oh. The thing you just did is not showing up at the top of my feed in my Facebook, my Citizens Climate Lobby page. Where did it go?
Oh, that's odd. You're on facebook.com/Citizens Climate Montana.
Yep. I'm checking. I'm just refreshing it.
Okay.
It's not there. The first one I'm seeing is Montana Town looks at clean energy as climate changes. Why is that newest one at the top?
That I don't know. That could be a glitch from Facebook.
So I guess what I was going to see is, like, when you first went back there on your feed, all you could see was the very top piece, and you had to see more to see the rest of it.
Uh-huh.
So since the very first piece was a repeat, maybe it would have been more intriguing to start with, to rearrange it. So the first one was, who's next?
I like
and then the thank you. You know what I mean? Because your call to action isn't visible unless they click see more, is what I was saying.
I like it. So here's what we did.
So what happens when it shows up on your page now?
Well, you can see here.
You can still see almost all of it.
Yeah, which they won't be able to see all of it from, like, we're on our page. So
Right.
Only people who like actually navigate to our page will see this.
Right.
Which is fine. Like, but people on the feeds, they may see something different, you know, like if you just log onto Facebook and you're scrolling, you just sort of see like whatever you see, whatever the algorithm tells you to see.
Right. It's really interesting to not know what other people are seeing, because you can only see what you see.
Yeah. It's interesting and it's horrifying, but this is not about the AI and the dangers
Right.
to democracy. We are going to just focus on using.
Okay. Yours, it finally showed up on mine now.
Okay, great. And then let's check it on Instagram as well. So here we are on Instagram, and I'm just going to refresh. Perfect. And there we go. Okay. And that looks okay. I mean, visually it looks fine. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. There's a few other things that we have to do other than just check that it all looks fine. Whenever we make a post, we want to be the first to like it.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know how we were just adding things on our text, like over here?
Right.
Why don't we edit? And I don't, Instagram is tricky. They're really like more of a mobile.
Facebook right now. So.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go here. Can I edit post? No, see, I cannot edit the post in Instagram because they are really driven by mobile use. I'm on my desktop.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to add a comment. Who's next?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I will post that. And
so
that way.
Weird to people that we like our own Instagram posts?
No, it's normal.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely like it. And then let's send it. Now you can see like here, I'm going to share from Instagram. And you can see who I normally share to: Senator Daines, Representative Rosendale, Vice President Harris, Governor Gianforte. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, Gianforte.
Gianforte, and of course these people. So let's just search for Sensi. Sustainable and stay put. Who doesn't like that? And then Sensi Graves. There she is, Kiter founder.
Where's
She is from a good question. Here you go. Portland.
Okay, so yeah, you want Portland to know that she
Exactly. Thanks, Sensi. Thanks, Team CCL Oregon. Please share this post, this graphic on your own Instagram.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So how did you do that message? Did you do?
Right here is the
right.
sentence. And then while we're sending, I think we should send it to Senator Tester and Steve Daines and Rep Rosendale. And then we can say, hello and good morning. Happy to share the good news of yet another business leader endorsing carbon fee and dividend policy. Please consider voting for this solution that puts a price on pollution. Thank you again for your hard work and service to Montana.
Yeah.
Send separately. So we've now informed the leaders that carbon pricing is popular. So their staffers who monitor their Instagram page will take note of that and then pass it on to them. I don't do that on Facebook as much, although we could. So we could like it on Facebook. We could also love it. Let's love it. And then ideally we could share it. I'm trying to link our group to search because we have this group. There's no group. Okay.
Yeah, it would be nice to have, if we could market a group as being sort of a nexus for all things looking for climate solutions. You know, we could probably attract a lot more people if they think that, you know, like when we first started our Montana page, almost every post was about meeting notifications.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then that didn't attract anybody but people who were going to go to meetings. So when we started posting more links to articles by other climate action organizations and educational stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good, I mean, the purpose of social media is not really to connect with CCLers. It's to recruit new CCLers.
Right.
And communicate our wins to the powers that be. To really engage the volunteers, the best place to do it would be inside the group, because groups are a lot more active. You know, like here's Joseph, who shared this link. One share seen by 21. It's interesting that we can see that 4 shares seen by 16. So this is already getting a lot more engagement than if we go back to our, oh no, not that one. Let's close that out. We gotta, it's not that one. We can close that one. It's this one. Here's, but like, yeah, like if we think about the engagement, like here's the thank you that I did. And I did it just the way we just did it. Instagram, 45 people reached as opposed to 23, but 4 post engagements on Facebook. That's weird, but 10 likes on Instagram, only 3 reactions. So our audience is not big on any of these social media platforms, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't just keep working at it and building it, and especially leveraging the communication tools with the senators.
So a topic for another time is like, how do we get more people? I mean, this video is about creating these posts.
Exactly. Using Canva. So basically from Canva, now we can say it's okay, whatever, perfect. And then we can just close this. Like I'm logged in, it's going to save it for me. See, here's all my old work that I've done with all the other endorsers and other fun things. And we can just close that. Let's go back to our action list. We posted on Facebook. It's the 18th of August. We posted on Instagram. It's still the 18th of August. And we'll do it on Twitter later or whatever. That one's not as important. But yeah, growing the audience is really important. So our work here is done. We can, and then that way Robin, who, you know, manages this team spreadsheet for all of Montana, will know that we did that. And then I can say graphics stored here. I could just add that in.
MMW has not been done yet, or it has been done?
It has been created. The graphic has been created, but it has not been published. So all of these ones, Minute Physics needs to get published on both platforms. MMW needs to get published, sorry, and Oasis Montana needs to get published. So those are all pending. And as soon as we can get you set up with the business suite and figure that out, you could do that.
Okay. Well, Laura, I sure appreciate your time on this.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm going to go ahead and stop share. And yeah, So I think that we are pretty well set.
Yeah, and I need to maybe just play around with a little bit so that I don't lose what we just went over.
Awesome. And I will go ahead and stop the recording now. Thank you for tuning in.